Hi YouTube, so this is my first video about this subject, and as you can tell by the title, I'm opening my first ever witch casket. Now, I got the subscription recently. I actually got it at the end of last month, so I missed the cut. I say the end, I say as in the cut-off point for last month. So which meant I couldn't get it that month, so this is my first one this month. I'm subscribed, so it means that I've already now gone to get my next month as well. So I'll be doing this hopefully as a monthly thing. Now, I have been a pagan since I was about 14 years old. So we're talking a very, very long time. I'm now 39, so I was, let's think, if I was 14, so it was a very long time ago. That's when I first became pagan. I first looked into it, which was very hard and back in the day because we didn't have any phones or internet as such. So I think the internet was just coming out, so dial-up was a new thing. So I know I'm old, but we had to read books back in the day, and I saw The Craft on cinema, and it was an amazing film, and it rung true to me so much. And I didn't really know much about witchcraft or about paganism or Wiccan side of things at all. So I've been reading books about this my entire life. However, I was not a practicing witch. I decided to go into witchcraft quite late in life, even though I was practicing and reading. Well, I say practicing, I wasn't really practicing, I was just reading mainly. I did a couple of spells growing up, just to dip my toe in. I made friends. So yeah, it's something I've been learning about over the years, and I have never really practiced until recently. So now I'm coming up to 40, and this is my path that I've decided to take. So this is new for me to follow the path, and I've started now, even though I have been reading about this for years, and I have started Book of Shadows many times and stopped and didn't really know what to do, and whether it was for me, and there was loads of things that stopped me along the way. But now I'm grown up and I've decided that this is what I want to do in life. So, but I'll tell you all about in another video. This is all about unboxing my first ever witch casket. I'm so excited. I've been waiting a month for this. So it comes like this. So basically, this is how it comes in a package that no one really knows about. It says fragile on the front. Let's hope they paid attention to that. So I'm going to open the box for the first time. I haven't even seen what's in this month's box. I have been looking at YouTube videos, however, of previous box openings, and they've been amazing. So I'm so excited to see what comes in this one. So this is, for those who haven't seen it, I do believe that it is backwards on my camera. I don't know whether that will be the case when I do. Then I'm assuming it won't be, but basically witch casket comes in a lovely little box like this, black box. I do believe it used to come in a white box from some of the videos I've seen, but I think they're from like about 2 years ago. It's got a little lock thing there, which I thought was quite cool. So we'll open this up. This is the first time I'm seeing this as well. So inside it says witch casket. Oh, that smells amazing. I mean, people say this all the time. So that's the top of the box, and this is what's on the inside. So it looks like it's green, the theme this month, and I think every month has a different coloured theme. And this reminds me of just walking into my first shop that was occult or, you know, Wiccan style, where they would sell incense and they would sell like candles and books on witchcraft. And it's quite, when I was growing up, it was quite a case of my cinema in my hometown was next door to an occult shop, so it was perfect. When I saw The Craft for the first time, I walked straight into the occult shop next door and bought my first book. So this is what it looks like. inside this month's. So it's a card. This basically tells you which casket, and it says here, here's August witch casket creating. Is that I should yeah. Sorry, connecting to nature is one of the most important and magical things a witch can do. So I'm assuming this is all about nature. So I'm thinking that this is going to be nature based. So I'm thinking herbal, maybe. It's green, so I'm thinking earth, magic type stuff. It just says, thank you. Please remember to, oh, actually, yeah. It never, more powerful than we have connections with Mother Earth. So I'm thinking this is like an earth box because it's green. And on the back has got the contents of the box, but I don't really want to know about that just yet because I want to find out as we go along. So this is the first thing, which is a little picture card, and I do believe from the videos I've seen before that that we have these in every box. So I do believe it's by Tea Cake Arts, and they're always really nice. So yeah, this one seems to be all about herbs. It's got an altar there with the moon in the background. It's a stunning little art picture. It's quite nice actually. I'm planning on putting these possibly in my book of shadows. Maybe I might. I've got quite blank walls. I've been living in my flat now for about a year and I have nothing on the walls really. So maybe I'll put these in a frame and maybe put them around my altar when I finally put that together. Okay, so I will read out the context and exactly what everything is, but I just wanted to look at this first. So this is it says the Little Book of Plant Magic, which means, yeah, it's going to be all about the earth by the looks of things. They have a theme every month, so every month is something to do with, obviously, witchcraft and Wicca and paganism and, you know, all those sorts of things. So yeah, so this is a book on planet, little book of plant magic. Plant magic. So basically this is herbal. You can see there, it explains to you about the bay leaf. Okay, cinnamon. Some of these words I'm not going to be able to read. But they basically are all different herbs. I'm not very good at reading straight off the bat. I'm not a cold reader because I have a dyslexic problem. But you've got ginger there, dandelion, honeysuckle, jasmine, mugwort, orange, patchouli, rose. Now most of these I've heard of before. So sage, star anise, something that I've used before. So basically it's just the basic ones. I mean, that's pretty much it. And it gives you the gender. So it says sage, for instance, masculine. It's an air/earth element. Jupiter and the moon is its planet. Star sign is Sagittarius. Yeah, so just it just tells you a little bit about the herb, what it's used for, which is very handy because that's something I actually would like to get into, which is herbal magic. I'm very much an elemental witch. I love anything to do with the elements. So I'm an air sign. So anything air-based, which is a very masculine sort of based thing. So which is quite common. I like to think I'm quite manly. So yeah. So now in every witch casket, they have a pin. So from what I've seen, I don't know if you can see that close enough, but it says naturally magic there. It's obviously because it's an earth-based, nature-based box. There's a little leaf there, little leaf with that. So that's a little pin. That's quite cool. Okay, so basically in every box you get some sort of spell or a way of doing a charm of some sort, of something like that. Excuse me. So, yes, basically this is like a spell or a charm that you get every month. And this one is Elemental Candle Kit. Everything you need to represent the element in your magic space. So it's a candle kit, which we'll look at in a bit, and I'll show you what's inside. So yeah, that's our spell kit, or some sort of charm kit of some sort. Now this is tea. This is something else that they have all the time. And in every box I've seen anyway, they have a tea. And I actually bought myself a little tea caddy. Is it caddy? I don't know. Is that the name? Or teapot. It has an infuser built in, because I knew I was potentially going to get some tea. And this one is, that's what I could smell when I opened the box, was mint green tea. Now mint is great for digestion, which is perfect for me because I have IBS, which is a digestive disease or condition that you get, and basically it just means that I have a really badly upset stomach a majority of the time with certain things I eat, which I have to stay away from. So basically mint green tea I know is perfect for settling your stomach. Mint's great, and it's I think I'm actually going to quite like this. I know that I've got a friend who drinks mint tea all the time. She loves it. It's great for anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little try of that one, mint tea. I thought I was going to get some random like exotic tea, and I was going to be like, am I going to want to try it? But I said I was going to try something new, and this is it really. And you get so much in this box, and everything's green themed, so it's quite nice. I've been so excited about getting this box. It's it's really quite exciting. So this little baggie has my first ever crystal in it. I don't own a crystal. I say I don't own a crystal, I lie there. I do own a crystal, only it was a quartz, and I have a rose quartz pendulum that I was gifted by a friend when they went to Glastonbury. And I've never been to Glastonbury, but it's one of my bucket lists. But I own a quartz that I used to make my wand for my altar, but I've never actually owned an actual crystal that I can use. So this is, I cannot pronounce this at all, green Chert, Chert, C-H-E-R-T. Move that a little bit forward towards the camera. I'm not being very good at this. It's my first video, so forgive me. I'm not very good at this, but I'm probably pronouncing that really wrong, and whoever watches this video, if anyone watches this video, then it's probably I'm butchering the name, and you're probably going to think that's so easy to pronounce, but yeah, it's not for me, unfortunately, but I will get better, I promise. So basically, this is really little whiting, even my glasses on. This stone is of strength of heart, strength of belief, strength of compassion, strength of will. The powerful stone is also great healer and can help you release hidden or repressed traumas or grief. That's quite scary. I have a lot of trauma and a lot of grief in my life that I tend to suppress because life gets hard sometimes and you don't want to talk about stuff. And I tend to be one of those people who stick my head in the sand and don't deal with issues. because I'm a man, and that's what we do. It's a pride thing. So yeah, that might help me bring to the surface some of the stuff I've dealt with in my life. It can also help with forgiveness. Again, that's something I struggle with. I tend to hold a grudge. Or free you from feeling of guilt. I feel guilty all the time, so it's going to be any more of a perfect stone for me, or a perfect little stone. It's a little green stone there. I'm doing this on my phone, so I'm getting used to where my camera is. I keep going to one side. So yeah, it's that little stone. That's quite cool. It's very mint green colour. It's got little flecks of brown in it, but yeah, quite a nice little stone from my first one. Got a little card, describes it there, and it comes in a little baggie, as you saw. So yeah, crystals is something I'm learning about, so give. Right, what's this then? Oh, so some of the crates I've seen do this. It's whether sometimes when you have your little spell kits, it asks for certain things, but I'm assuming because this is a box on nature-based, this is a gift of your first herb to use in your nature-based magic. And this is Mugwort, which does describe in the book. I'm not getting this good, am I? The first video, totally screwing it up. I hope not anyway. So hopefully my videos will get better and then my description of these boxes will get better. I do apologise. But yeah, Mugwort can be placed under the pillow in a charm bag, or burned, or used in oils and infusion, which is what I actually want to get into. Tinctures. I love the idea of tinctures, like having herbs to use to help you, be more healthy, and cure you of colds and flus and stuff like that. So I know that herbs are great for tinctures, and I think I might have a look into using Mugwort and see what it's about. And in the book, luckily, it does tell you what it's about. Oh, this is quite cool. So this is a little baggie, a little black bag there, velvet bag. Witch casket exclusive. Oh, it says it's a wooden element amulet. A great way to introduce the element of earth, air, fire and water and spirit into your magic. Place the amulet on the altar, carry them with you, add them to the charm bags, use them in spell or rituals, symbolize elements wherever they are needed. Okay, so let's see what's in this. I'm going to move this to one side because it's getting in the way. Ooh, this is done up well, I must admit. Okay, let's see. Okay, if I do that and do that, that should work. Oh no, hang on. Okay, I understand what I've done wrong here. So basically this little card came with it, is around the bag, so it's stopping me opening it. Right, so here we go, what's inside? So basically they're little talismans, or little coins, would you say? Coins? So basically, these, I would say, would be perfect for your altar if you wanted to put them on your pentagram in the middle of your altar. So basically, the elements, this is perfect for me. I'm such an elemental witch. I love the fact of nature. I love the idea of earth, fire, air, water coming together with spirit to create something. It's amazing. So the first one is earth, and they're little tiles. They say witch casket on the back, and that's the symbol for earth. Of course, you've got water, spirit there. We've got air, which is mine sign, and last but not least, fire. I was actually thinking in my head when I was waiting for this box, because I've been waiting for this box for a month. It seems like forever. I've been waiting for this box, and I was hoping that it would be something to do with elemental magic, nature-based magic, and I got my wish. That's perfect for me. I love anything. I actually bought a book on. I will do a video actually on my books that I have. I've been recently buying books from Amazon of the basic beginnings of witchcraft and different elements. How to make a grimoire, how to do spells. The modern day witchcraft is one of the books I bought recently, and I'm getting the series. And I bought loads of books growing up, which I read and put down and didn't really get into, like candle magic. But the elemental book of witchcraft, which was a Scott Cunningham book, I loved it so much because it's all about elemental magic. So that will come, I promise. Oh, here we go. So this, I do believe, is a Witch Casket exclusive. Most of the stuff in here you can't get anywhere. You can't get at all anywhere else. I think pretty much most of it, because it's just for Witch Casket. It's a little bag. Live life in full bloom. It's a little baggie there. Perfect if you want to take away maybe a mini altar with you, I guess. Like to put like little spell candles in. You know, that'd be perfect really. I mean, I have storage drawers that I keep all my incense in, but if you were to get like maybe like the cone incense, which I've never had before, but maybe keep your cone incense in there, or your ruins. If you have ruins, I'm not really into ruins just yet. It's not something I've looked into yet because I'm more, my craft at the moment is more based around elemental stuff and tarot. I'm big on tarot. I'm learning tarot at the moment. I have a friend called Mandy C. She's quite big on YouTube. She's a big tarot person, and she sent me, gifted me, bless her, with a tarot deck, and sort of got me interested in tarot. And so it's quite nice when you have a friend who happens to be quite big in the witchy world, and she's a great friend of mine, and I met her at the right time in my life when I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I didn't know where I was on my path. And I used to watch her on YouTube growing up, when she first started on YouTube, and she was a great influence on me, and I loved watching her videos. And she was called the Shoe Whisperer back then. Now she's got her own channel where she talks about witchcraft, the beginner's guide, and she does tarot reading. She's amazing at everything she does, and she's a natural witch. She brought out a book. She sings. She's everything about a person in my life that I love. I'm big in the world of singing. I love singing. My job is to sing. I get paid to go and sing and dance in a troupe, and that's my job. So singing for me was where I met her. I was performing in a venue, and she came to watch, and she was on holiday, and we got to know each other, and I was starstruck because I used to watch her on YouTube all the time. And then I bumped into her, and we became really good friends, and she sent me my first tarot deck. So you could even keep your tarot in there maybe if you want to do in that little bag. And I'm getting off the subject. We will go into life with me as a witch later on in my videos. Let's get back to the casket, because I'm sure you're all excited to see what else is in here. So the next thing in here says grow through what you go through. That's quite cool. I like that little mantra. So it's a pen, a little pen. I think, yeah, it is wooden. It's got like a fake wooden look about it, but it is actually wood. It's it's definitely wood by the looks of things. It's just a fake wooden thing, I guess, but it's definitely wood. And it's a little ballpoint pen, which is perfect. I'm sure that will come in handy for something. It does say it's got notes in the back of that book originally, her book, so I'm assuming I can use that for writing notes. Okay, so incense. You always get incense in the box. Oh, and that's what. This is the smell that reminds me of walking into my first witchcraft shop on that first time after watching the craft. walking, and if you haven't seen The Craft, if you are young, I'm sure most of you will be watching this. If you are young, watch The Craft. The Craft for me was practical magic and craft, I would say, for me, were the closest to actual rituals and witchcraft. There is a lot of things out there that you can watch on witchcraft, like Charmed. Now, I'm not bagging on Charmed at all, because Charmed was actually, growing up for me, my most favourite show ever in the history of shows on TV. I loved Charmed, I loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They were all stuff in my youth that made me realise that the craft and the Wiccan world and the pagan world was my path. So I'm not, putting them down at all. But if you want to see a movie, practical magic, it's a fun family movie, and it's actually quite close to herbalism. As I said before, I've got a friend, Mandy C. She's on YouTube. Check out her channel. It's amazing. She is an eclectic witch, and she brought out a book all about eclectic witchcraft, which she kindly gifted to me as well, and she signed it for me. I was very pleased. But it's an amazing book, and it helps me no end on my craft. So check her out on YouTube. But yeah, she has a few movies that she likes to watch, and I know Practical Magic is one of the ones that she likes, because she sort of based her book, her first grimoire, around that style of grimoire in the movie, where mine hopefully will be more charm-esque. So I'm excited about that. But watch The Craft. Great movie. So this is Incense, and it says on it, natural incense, wood, spice, and it's got like almost a minty smell to it. I'm assuming there's got to be mint as part of it in the incense. I haven't read the ingredients yet, but yeah, I'm assuming mint will be part of that. However, it just takes me way back to my first shop of going into that shop. Like when you open, it's just stunning. Right, what else have we got in here? I think possibly, is this the last thing? Having a look in here, you get all these, all biodegradable, by the way. All these packets that you saw before, they are all biodegradable. They are planet friendly, which is a new thing for Witch Casket. I think the first one was last month. They officially became totally green. So yeah, so that's quite. I heard that these little stickers are quite hard to open. Oh well, a tiny little bit of rippage. Nothing that's gonna harm ye, as they say. So basically, in every casket you get a little scroll, and on a scroll it will say, harder than it looks. Okay, so it will say what it's all about, basically, and I do believe this is A4, perfect for my Book of Shadows, which is where this is going to go, straight into my Book of Shadows. And this will be one of my first pages in my book, and it says on here, magical ways to connect with nature. So yeah, I'm not going to read it all out, because if you haven't got the casket, you can go online and order a casket, and I recommend you do, because these are amazing. I got mine I'm in the UK, and mine was £27. That's including postage as well, which is quite a good deal. It's free. I do believe it was free postage and packaging, and it was £27. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually looked at how much they are for like overseas, Ireland and places like that. But I noticed if you're in Britain, if you are in England, then it's £27 for the box, and it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. I mean, you've got everything in there. So this is the scroll, which I've been really looking forward to. I have a read of that, and it's going in my book of shadows because it's all about connecting with nature, which is stunning. I'm going to wrap that up. So I'm going to go through my little list on here, which is a list of content. So you get a little thing on here that tells you all about what the box is about. So basically telling you nature is the thing. And on the other side, you get this little thing that tells you the contents. So what you should have inside. So hopefully we've got everything. I know that last month, bless them, they must have been really run off their feet because they did accidentally leave something out last month. However, they were very quick and on the ball because they sent everybody out the one thing that they missed. So yeah, so hopefully we've got everything in there. I'm sure we have. So the first thing was a Witch Casket exclusive, was a little book of plant magic. Now, I'm probably going to edit this and realise that I totally messed up. And I apologise about the light changing because at the moment we're in the middle of summer and the weather doesn't know what to do with itself. It's going dark, it's going light. And I'm trying to get some natural light in because I love natural lights, because let's face it, let's use Mother Nature for her best assets, which is giving us amazing sunshine, amazing weather, amazing rain, sleet, snow, wind, rain, all of it, regardless of what anyone ever says, is all amazing. I mean, these are natural elements, and as you can tell, as I've told you before, I'm an elemental witch and I love anything that begins to explain anything to do with Mother Nature itself, because that is the basis of most of witchcraft, or if not all of witchcraft. Basically, we are a group of individuals who believe that Mother Nature herself gives us the strength to ask for what we need and what we want in life, and the elements are a big part of that. If that's what you believe. So let's go through this. So we've got our little book of plant magic. So basically tells you all about different plants you can use in your magical life. The next thing on this list is also a Witch Casket exclusive, is the bamboo pen. So it's bamboo. So that's what it is. So actually it might very well be completely accurate. I thought it may be a little bit like fake wood around it, but as in like laminate flooring where they make it look, it's still wood, but it make it look like wood. But this is bamboo. Bamboo. Really nice stuff to use. Love bamboo. Went to Thailand and the natural stuff, like the natural world in Thailand, they use everything nature based in Thailand. Like everything comes from the ground, they grow it, they try not to make any of their tools, everything out there is made from natural products. They try not to use plastics and stuff until you get like into the middle of Thailand where it gets really touristy, let's say touristy. But if you go on the outskirts of Thailand, it's stunning. So that's a Witch Casket exclusive. The pen, another Witch Casket exclusive, I'm going to get tongue-tied on this, I can tell, is a magical pouch. Live life and full of bloom. Live life in full bloom. So that's this. It's a magical pouch. Put anything you want in there really. I don't know what I'm going to use mine for, but I will let you know when I do. So we've got that, very nice. The next thing on here was the wooden element amulet in pouch, so which is these ones, the little black pouch with the elemental discs. for your altar, or however you, I mean, if you're making a charm bag, for instance, and the element of fire is part of that ritual, you can make your ritual more vibrant, more powerful if you put the charm, use your charm in there. And then again, once you've achieved what you want to achieve from that charm bag, you can take it out and cleanse it and use it again for something else. So yeah, nice little tile. I think I might use mine on my altar. So next thing is the Witch Casket exclusive. I do believe most of this is Witch Casket exclusive. Is a natural, is the Elemental Candle Kit. The Elemental Candle Kit. Now this is going to be, try not to make this video too long. It's already 35 minutes, so, and I've jabbered on for ages. So I'm going to open this candle kit to show you what's inside. Now unfortunately there's no nice way of opening this, but okay, oh, that's quite cool. So first things first, it's this little card, and it's got all the elements on it, which is quite cool. Elemental Candle Kit. These candles can be used on your altar, in your spells, works in your rituals. So inside it's got a green candle for earth, yellow candle for air, red candle for fire, blue candle for water, white candle for spirits. Now white candle can be used for anything. It's like the neutral color. It's a non-color. If you only have white candles on your altar, you can only find white candles you can use it for any spell. It will represent all colors. The only one that won't is black, because it's not a color, it's a shade, and it represents something else. But again, candle magic isn't really one of my things at the moment that I've gone into, but I do know a little bit about it. But yeah, inside this little baggie is candles. So it's a candle kit, so it's for candle magic. Excuse my accent, I'm a Londoner and we can't say stuff properly. So yeah, and that tells you all about each candle, its correspondence, what the colour is for. So for instance, it says on here, earth is green and north, air is yellow and east, goes on, learn all about it. If you don't have the box, then it's Scott Cunningham Elemental Magic, which is all about, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am that I managed. Now these are spell candles, okay, now you probably think they're very little, but there's a reason for that. They're little because they're made to burn down in an hour. So when you do a ritual, back in the day when I first started magic, the rituals used to call for candles, and we'd have these huge candles, we'd anoint them and draw things on them to represent the spell you're doing. It would take forever for them to burn down. But these candles are made to burn down within an hour, so, which is quite good if you've got, so you can leave it burning. Once it's all burned away, it releases the magical spell and away you go. It's candle magic's only used for quick working spells. So you can't, you couldn't use a candle magic, for instance, and say, I want to grow my hair, 2 inches by next week. Unless your hair is magically possessed, or you're Barbie and you move your arm up and down and you can grow your hair, ain't gonna happen. But for stuff you can use for quick working magic that can maybe change your outlook on life, make you feel a little bit happier, bring money in, prosperity, love, all those sorts of things. Like you can do a spell where you can burn a candle and you can get rid of any love you have for somebody, or you've got a broken heart you wish to mend. Maybe you want to bring love into your life, you want to bring health into your life quickly. candle magic's good for that sort of stuff. So it's candle magic, it's a burning magic, it's a fire magic. Light the candle, you know, watch it burn, and away you go. It releases the magic. So just put this little card away, and I need it. Here we go. So that was your candle magic thing. The next one is the natural magic elemental pin, which is the pin there. It's got a lovely little tree on the back as well. So it's just a pin. I'm going to put it probably, I don't know actually, maybe put it on my pin board, maybe pin it somewhere, maybe on my altar. I don't know, I'll find a place for it. So my pin, okay, next one is connect with nature scroll. So you scroll through your Book of Shadows. Some people will put these in frames and put them up on near their altar. Personally, I'm putting mine into my Book of Shadows, and as the months go on, my book will get bigger and bigger and bigger. I just think they're pretty, and you know, you can add to the scrolls. You know, you can put little pictures or something on there, and add to your book as you go. Excuse me, if that's what you want to do. I'm terribly windy today, I do apologise. So that's the scroll. Then we've got our herb, which was the Mugwort. So rich casket exclusive again, that's the Mugwort. Then we've got the stone. God, there was so much in this box, I didn't realise. You don't seem to realise when you watch these videos how much is in these boxes, and you think, you know, this, you don't realise it's so much they give you. So you've got the little stone I can't pronounce. We'll work out how to pronounce this. I will maybe, I don't know, Google it, or I don't know. There's ways of doing it anyway. I will find out how you say it. So that's your little stone, your tumble stone they call them, with info cards to tell you all about it. Then the next one is your loose tea. So all these are loose, by the way. Sometimes in old caskets they have given you tea infusers. The skull one, which was one of my favourites. I was so gutted when that came out, and I was like, oh, and I wish I did subscribed earlier. But that's your loose tea. Definitely one I'm going to try, because mint. Oh, I love mint. Mint's one of my favourites. Like I said, good for upset stomachs. Mint. I use it whenever I used to feel sick. I used to use peppermint, and I always, you know, have a polo or something like that. It tends to settle your stomach. And if you've got indigestion, you know, always use mint to calm that down too. So that's your stone, the tea. What else we got? The natural wooden spice incense. It's that one. That will add to my incense. I've got tons of incense, but I do want to look into getting cone incense as well, because I have charcoal. Just don't have an incense burner, but I need to get one of them. But I do have the ones for the stick incense. So that's your natural wood spice incense sticks. And then the last thing, of course, is the art print by Tea Cake Art, which is nature based. It's a little altar there. It looks like an altar. Yeah, I think it is an altar of some sort, and it's black and white with hints of colour. But I'm either going to use that in my Book of Shadows, like I said, or maybe even frame it. I don't know. I haven't decided. But yeah, so that is the full contents of the box. There it is in its entirety. Witch casket box. And like I said, this is the witch casket. I've got to say, so worth waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. So worth waiting for. I'm in awe. It's amazing. So this video is now coming up to 45 minutes. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, or if I'm just going to put it straight up. I probably will put it straight up. Why not? So if you want 45 minutes to sit down and watch a video on me unboxing a great thing, then that's the place to be. So I'm going to say goodbye. Look out for some of my other videos. There will be more to come, more boxes to be opened when I get them every month. And of course, I'm going to tell you all about my witchy journey and how I plan on doing different stuff. So watch these videos. From me, Mikey, I shall see you very soon. Blessed be.